Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about a video. Okay. So recently I saw a video by Mr. Jordan Peterson, whom I obviously I'm a big fan of that guy. He has had a very huge influence on how I think. Okay. So keeping that in mind, I know it might seem a little biased, but still keeping that in mind, I would like to dissect one of his videos wherein he's sitting with an interviewer, or I think so it's a podcast or something of that kind. But I would like to keep that in mind, and I would like to tell you guys that this video had impacted me a lot, and I felt like I'm not sure whether you guys have seen it or not. But if you guys have seen it, then I would like to maybe dissect it a little bit, tell you guys what I felt about the video. So the video is very simple. I think so. It's a big video, but a small snippet of it became viral. So it's very simple, right? There's an interviewer, and he's sitting in front of Mr. Jordan Peterson, and he just starts questioning him. In one such question, Jordan Peterson simply says that you should be dangerous. Right, you should be dangerous. The interviewer is shocked and he just questions him again. Why dangerous? Jordan Peterson simply replies, because that is the alternative to being weak. Now we all listen to this and we are like, oh wow, you want us to be dangerous? And we all have the same thought until the next question comes into picture. The next question is why becoming dangerous is necessary. So yeah, the question then comes into picture, why? Why becoming dangerous is necessary? And Jordan Peterson explains it very well. Okay, he explains it in such a way that I was shocked to see that someone who is obviously elder than me is giving such a very spontaneous answer to a question that had put me into a lot of contemplation, that put me into a lot of introspection. And he just responds it very well. He says, "Why not?" He's not saying that you should be dangerous. You should be capable of being dangerous. Should be capable in order to win the battles that you have not seen. Now we all are in the process of preparing for a difficult life. Life, as we all know, is difficult. It's not an easy thing to deal with it. So how do you do it? How do you deal with it? You start preparing for it, right? You start preparing for it. Whatever you do in your entire life. Oh God, that was tongue twister. Whatever you do in your entire life actually ends up shaping how your life looks like. It's simple. It's simple math. It's simple logic. But by being dangerous, you're putting yourself ahead in the race. Now we all know that becoming dangerous is sort of like what we can say. It is not something that you get to listen every day. Like people, since you've been born, since childhood, you have been told no, you should not be dangerous. You should be calm, cool, sympathetic, all sorts of things. Okay, you should be stoic. You should be this, that, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And here Jordan Peterson sits and tells us to be dangerous. Why? Moving forward, I think he explains it ahead as well. I'll just tell you what he says. He says that it's not that you should be dangerous, you should be capable of being dangerous. Capable of violence does not mean you should go out there every day and perform violence. Anyone out there who has a sword, anyone who knows how to wield a sword, will always keep it under their shield because they know what kind of destruction it can do, what kind of chaos it can create. And they are very well aware of it, and that is what comes into picture. The lack of understanding and the lack of knowledge will always be against it, but if you have the understanding and the knowledge of it, you will always try to keep it under the belt. You will always keep it under the wraps, right? You will never unravel it or reveal it in front of everyone. That is what it is. When the time comes, obviously you have to use a sword, you have to use your mind, you have to use XYZ things, right? But not being prepared, telling the world that, oh, I wasn't prepared because I was a calm person, I'm harmless, I'm weak. No, that's not how life works. We have seen a lot of things in this world, and Darwin has given a beautiful statement that this world is for those people who are fittest. Survival of the fittest. That was his quote. That was his motto toward the life, and that is what he has explained. Jordan Peterson has extended it one bit, saying that in this world, in this generation, this era, if you have to survive, you have to be dangerous. There's nothing wrong in that. I have myself learned karate till green belt. Okay, I've attained till that stage. Until date, I'll tell you, I have never shown it in front of everyone. It's not for display, okay? And I'll be very honest, I didn't do it or I didn't learn it to be superior or to be intimidating of some sort, to showcase my power somewhere. No, it was not for that purpose. Martial arts in itself is a beautiful art. It's a beautiful art, okay? And not just karate, it can be anything. It can be judo, taekwondo, muay thai, and anything. It can be anything. It's like a list of things, right? Uh, Whatever you choose, whatever you intend to do with that art, it's your choice. But what you learn, what you practice, what you teach, it simply goes in one direction. It is always for self-defense. And along with that, you learn a lot of other things like discipline, uh, maybe how to overcome pain and all that stuff. You throughout the process you learn all that stuff, and that is a good thing. But never in my entire practice or never when I was learning during my learning days, I never once saw people utilizing it in the wrong direction to hit someone or to empower or to show that they are superior to someone. No, it was not in that direction. It was not. It was not to channelize. It was always to channelize your inner energy in the right direction. It was never to portray your entire personality in a superficial way. It was never meant to do that. It always gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of strength, which I feel is necessary. That makes you capable. That is exactly what Jordan Peterson has said, that you should be capable of danger, you should be capable of violence, you should be capable of hurting someone, but you should not do it unless and until it is necessary. Okay, and this is simple shit, man. In life, you will face a lot of shit, and you have to do shit to get out of it. That's imperative, that's non negotiable. That's how life is, and we bloody well know it, man. We know it. Then why are we questioning a person sitting in front of us that we can't be dangerous? Why not? We should be. Just because you're harmless and weak, that doesn't make you a good man. Being capable of violence and then not doing it, planning, thinking, and then not doing it, controlling it, channelizing it in the right direction will always be fruitful. In fact, it is a virtue. It becomes a virtue then. How do you deal with something like this? Now, I'll tell you a very beautiful example. If you have seen Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy, in the first movie, that is Batman Begins, there's I think it's in the first few minutes of the movie itself. Uh, Christian Bale, obviously Bruce Wayne at that time, is being taught by Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, I think, plays the role of Henry Ducard, who later on we come to know he's Ra's al Ghul, but let it be. So basically, what he says is that that is Bruce Wayne, has a lot of anger that he couldn't do anything when his parents died in front of him, but he was merely a child at that time. Liam Neeson teaches him that no, it was not you. I mean, you were a child, you could not have done anything. Your father should have done something because he was in that position, he was mature enough to do something. What Bruce Wayne replies is he didn't have the training. That is when Liam Neeson comes to an understanding that it is not the training. He in fact teaches all of us a very beautiful life lesson, that it is not the training, it is the will to act, the will to do. That is exactly what Jordan Peterson has also tried to demonstrate through this video, that you have to be in control of yourself. If you are capable of doing something, it will always give you a sense of confidence, it will give you strength to move forward in life. But you should also be in control of it. Now, someone who has lack of knowledge, who doesn't know anything about it, lack of understanding, they will obviously go out there and showcase their powers like as if they are some kind of god. But that is not what it was meant for. It was always meant to keep you grounded. It was meant to keep you humble. But at the very same time, utilize it and showcase it when it is required, when it is necessary, when it is absolutely, there is no option to get out of it, you have to utilize it. At that point of time, you cannot sit there and thinking, oh, I should have been a little more prepared, oh, I should have been a little more thoughtful about this. No, because that time you have to utilize it, you have to use it, and that time you cannot start preparing for it, right? It's a very beautiful thing when he says that, yeah, living life in such a way that you demonstrate certain tasks, certain activities, that people are actually respectful of you. A person who is harmless, a person who is weak will always be considered as a submissive person. You will be thrown from one point to point B, point A to point B, without even considering that you are actually a human being. At the very same time, if people are very much aware about your strengths, your potential, your capabilities, They will treat you with a certain sense of respect. They will think twice before talking to you. And that is important. In today's day and age, that is very well important. So I'll tell you one thing for now. I mean, if you have watched the video till here, I'll tell you one beautiful thing about life. Life will never give you the chance to be prepared. So what you have now, do it. Because future I don't think so you will get a chance or not. But at least what you have prepared right now will be of some use in your future. Keep that in mind. That's it for today, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.